welcome to Veteran Game. Today we're diving into one of the most powerful, gut-wrenching games of the year, The Darkest Files, a courtroom detective game that goes beyond fiction and plunges deep into real historical trauma. You play as Esther Katz, a young prosecutor working under real-life figure Fritz Bauer, the man who helped initiate the Auschwitz trials. Set in post-war 1950s Germany, your task is clear but daunting. Reopen Nazi-era criminal cases and bring perpetrators to justice. But nothing is simple in this world, where truth hides behind bureaucracy, silence, and fear. From the very first scene, The Darkest Files makes it clear. This isn't about sensationalism. This is about accountability, and about the emotional and societal cost of fighting for justice when the world wants to forget. Each case you take on is based on real historical events, reimagined with fictional names, but the weight of truth hangs over every document, every testimony. There are two core cases to investigate, the insurgent and the looter, plus a narrative side plot that echoes the challenges faced by real prosecutors. Gameplay-wise, this isn't your average detective sim. You'll review archives, interrogate witnesses, explore first-person memory reconstructions, and present your findings in court. It's methodical, immersive, and at times overwhelming in the best way. You have tools like a pinboard, a timeline blueprint, and an annotation system that lets you bookmark key phrases and connect contradictory evidence. Your mind becomes the weapon in a battle of logic and moral clarity, and if you come unprepared, the guilty walk free. And that's part of the brilliance here. There's no hand-holding. The game trusts you to pay attention, to think critically, and to understand the significance of every clue. That trust builds immersion, and the consequences of failure weigh heavily. Not just because you lose, but because someone escapes justice again. The cel-shaded visuals evoke a vintage pulp comic aesthetic, with deep purples and moody grays casting a noir tone over every scene. It's absolutely gorgeous, and every visual choice supports the story's gravity. Let's talk voice acting, it's fantastic. Every character is distinct, and the performances carry real emotion. From furious denials to quiet confessions, you feel the humanity in every voice, even when the truth they reveal is monstrous. One of the most haunting aspects. The memories. You don't just listen to testimony, you walk through it. In stylized 3D sequences, you explore crime scenes exactly as described by the witnesses, looking for inconsistencies and new leads. It's gripping and eerie, especially when you uncover something unexpected. This is where the game elevates from courtroom sim to emotional reckoning. But it's not perfect. There are some bugs, UI hiccups, lip-syncing issues, occasional lingering files that block your view. Yet none of that detracts from the core experience. These are minor scrapes on an otherwise beautifully built foundation. The pacing can feel abrupt near the end. You get two full cases, and while they're incredibly detailed, you're left wanting more. Not because it feels incomplete, but because it's that good. Here's the bottom line. The Darkest Files is one of the most important indie games of 2025. It doesn't just entertain, it educates, challenges, and respects your intelligence. If you're even remotely interested in history, detective work, or morally complex storytelling, this is an absolute must-play. And if you're watching this as someone who values thoughtful, narrative-driven games, please hit that subscribe button. Veteran Game is all about honoring the depth and potential of the medium, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. Thanks for watching, and remember, some truths must be uncovered no matter how dark the files may be.